Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing a comparison video. Outrageous. That is right, my friends. I am back once again, this time with a comparison video. Yes, a comparison between a new release, a new exclusive release, and an old exclusive release from the same house by the same perfumer. The reason I'm comparing these two perfumes is because they have been rumoured to be the same perfume. So, let me dispel that myth that Reflets d'Ambre is a re-release of Ciel de Gomme. It is not. Is it a reiteration? Is it a reimagining? Is it adjusted for the modern market and with modern regulations and following material bans? We'll get into that. Anyway, on Monday, I received my bottle of Reflets d'Ambre after being under the apprehension, or the misapprehension, that Reflets d'Ambre would be a re-release of Ciel de Gomme. Now, I don't own a bottle of Ciel de Gomme, yet a bottle there stands before you, and me. That is because this is my brother from another mother's bottle, Ramsey. I am holding this bottle safe, and when the Reflets d'Ambre became available and it was rumoured that it would be the same as Ciel de Gomme, I thought, fuck it, I'll jump on that and we'll see what happens. I am no stranger to blind buying, but we'll come on to that as well. So, I had smelled Ciel de Gomme before. Very kindly, Ramsey allowed me to smell his and do a first impressions, which I did. And I thought it was nice, and not really my thing. There was a little bit too much jasmine. But again, we'll get into that once I spray them. I'll be spraying these on cards today because I've worn both of these on my hands all week, just to try and get my head around both of the scents so that I can get a better picture of what's going on here, you know? So, there are some important similarities and some important differences between these perfumes. One of the important differences, excuse me whilst I hydrate, is that these perfumes were released 10 years apart. And what a difference 10 years can make in the regulatory framework and context in which these perfumes were released. One of the materials that has been banned, discontinued, prevented from being used in cosmetics is a perfume called Lilial. Now, I understand Lilial is an extremely important part, or was an extremely important part of the perfumer's palette. Bit of alliteration for you there. And it was available when Ciel de Gomme was released, and it was not available when Reflets d'Ambre was released. I believe that is important to know. But the sprays are very different as well. You can also see the colour of the juice. I wouldn't read too much into that because vanillin will do that, you know. It will change colour. Ooh. Okay, so I've got both of these. I'm pretty certain what I'm gonna say. First off, I must dispel you of the notion that this is a re-release. It is not. There are some important similarities, but there are more differences. And the perfumes are further apart than there are. Let me put that another way. So there are perfumes from other brands which are closer to Ciel de Gomme than Reflets de Ambre is. It's a very different fragrance. Ciel de Gomme is a thick, labdanum, rich, dense, almost rubbery texture. Not rubbery in smell, but texture. It's grippy and thick. And it has this incense in it. Incense is one of the biggest differences between these two perfumes, along with the labdanum. Ciel de Gomme has a much more classic amber structure to me, in that it's got a lot more labdanum. It's got a little bit of incense. That's what I like. It definitely has some white florals. It has some jasmine. It has a little bit of spice, maybe some pepper at the top, you know. It has this kind of saltiness too, which is extremely appealing. It's not something that I would particularly go out and get. Certainly not for the aftermarket prices that are being quoted for this. Hundreds of pounds, like knocking on towards £1,000. It's become quite the unicorn and quite difficult to get, never mind expensive. Ambery, rich, slightly incensey, a little bit spicy at the top, vanillic, rich and dense. Reflets de Ambre is not like that. Reflets de Ambre is, while it may have similar notes, jasmine, vanilla, amber, that's not how this smells. This is very, very light, very creamy in an ice cream sort of way. It's got some warmth from the jasmine. The jasmine is driven by the hedione. This kind of sparkly white floral with a little bit of dankness, and this creamy white vanilla underneath. As the fragrance dries and continues to dry, the jasmine softens, the hedione softens away. A little bit of patchouli appears, but not much. And the vanilla just runs away with the set, becomes a long-lasting vanilla cream, ice cream vanilla kind of smell. It's a cool vanilla. You know, it even smells cool, like ice cream smells cool. The quality of the jasmine is there. It's a good quality jasmine. You can tell the materials used are good. The vanilla is a really good quality vanilla. It's not thick. It's got the modern Kurkdijan musks in it. that kind of airiness. There's that cloudiness, you know, ethereal, light, on the wind kind of smell. Slightly warm. And I mean slightly warm. From only one aspect of the perfume. You know? Which is the jasmine. It's a light jasmine. The Hédion keeps it that way. This little bit of sparkle. This little bit of greenness. It's effortlessly... It's got an effortlessness to it. It's effortlessly perfumey. It's Kurkdijan doing what the Kurkdijan brand has become known for doing. These two perfumes are like footprints in time. Ciel de Gomme is the old Kurkdijan, and Reflets d'Ambre is the new Kurkdijan. Ciel de Gomme is heavy, it's rich, it's dense, it's pungent, it's powerful. And Reflets d'Ambre is almost a complete 180. It's light, it's ethereal, it's breezy. There's still a little bit of richness in there, but it's the richness of light materials. The vanilla's light. The jasmine is light. The Hédion is light. And they are lifted by this undercurrent, which has become the Kurkdijan, the signature Kurkdijan scaffold. You know, the signature design of the Kurkdijans is to have this kind of billowy, light, ethereal nature. The perfume lasts, I mean, Reflets d'Ambre lasts, you know, it lasts for like 8 hours. It's well made. The quality of the ingredients is good. But the overall effect is that of a move away from this type of perfume. Density, richness, amber, potency, into something a lot more changeable, like the direction of the wind, to be poetic about it. Such as the changing trends in perfume. And I am sad for it. I really am. And that has been my comparison video, friends. I will see you all again soon.